So I'm gonna try like one more time to make this video because it was like a sign just sent to me. I like was going to reach for something to point out something and a candle. I knocked the candle over and spilled black wax all over here. Check that out. Look at that. That's a sign that was like, bitch, you shouldn't be making a video. You should be praying. Anyway, just wanted to show you a quick altar setup and, you know, what I've been up to. This is just like a really crazy morning when I've had Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 days of grinding, exhausting anxiety attacks and having to take a happy pill to break the anxiety. This is what happens. I get goofy and I still cannot believe I should have kept that in the video because that was just hysterical. I actually might post that because I was just like, the frig just happened. Anyway, she's chill. I don't know. I don't get it why people are so afraid of Santa Muerte. I don't know. She just kind of reminds me of like one of my many like hard ass Caribbean grandmas, like the 5 that I have into. I don't know why. I mean, you know, and this in the beginning, Santa Muerte was a saint, a goddess that I didn't think I'd end up working with. And a psychic once told me at the time when I was still kind of in the Catholic Church that he sensed that we were exactly the best match at the time. But now we're besties and now she's running my house. So, and it's kind of like having a house mother that's like ready to kick your ass when you're not doing what you're supposed to. And see, I don't know, I can't quite describe it. You know what? You just have to do it yourself and find out. What can I say? Anyway, I'm not reaching for anything in this video. I'm telling you that right now. Over there, you can see siete machos. I have wine because someone gave me bottles of homemade wine from work and I don't really drink. And it's not the kind of wine where I can make wine, you know, like herbal preserves with. I use rum for that. Then I have in that cup over there, I have agave nectar, which is, I watched one of Hourglass 30's videos and agave nectar is very important for an offering. It's almost like a substitute for a blood offering. And she loves her agave nectar. I find, and I'm just getting it now as a spiritual download, she wants some coffee. I'm down with the cafe and I always try to make the best coffee. I started with the coffee offerings with my father. I always, when I was little, as long as I can remember, when my father came down to be with us, I will always make him his coffee and his Italian egg sandwich. And I remember, I have one thing that I want, a little story about my mom. Anyone who is Caribbean can relate, or raised by a Caribbean parent can relate, the saving of bottles. And one time my mom had Jira in a coffee can, well, a coffee bottle. It was a glass bottle. And I made him a cup of coffee and he acted like it was no big deal. He drank it. But then my mom later came and said he wanted to know what kind of coffee it was because it didn't taste right. It was funny. So I ended up making like curry coffee. Anyway, so I'm just giving you a quick shot of my other. I try to give the same kind of offerings. For whatever reason, St. Martin de Porres, he likes a traditional coffee mug. He doesn't like, I don't really give him wine. He likes coffee, and coffee is what he gets. And he doesn't like extravagant offerings, but he gets it anyway. And this table is for him and my ancestors. So sometimes when you've been a very giving, loving person, which St. Martin de Porres was, you devote your life to charity and helping the poor and things like that, and you take a voluntary, you take a vow of poverty. Sometimes it's hard to accept gifts from other people. So there it is. He gets it whether he likes it or not. But I think what he appreciates most is the way I try, even though I have issues with my job, I try to give as much service as possible in my job as a long-term care nurse, LPN, that I try to care for the old people as he would. Anyway, so back to Santa Muerte. This is what I'm doing for today, and it's going to be about healing all morning, recovering from my anxiety attacks and things like that, my obsessive compulsive issues with my brain, and blue. I think I want to get another statue, but right now I don't know where I would put another statue of Santa Muerte. So I have the blue. Blue is for my mind, blue is for memory, blue is for studying. I have, as you can see that little brown piece of paper, I have 2 requests written on there. I have to go light some more candles at church as a thank you offering for 1 or 2 things that she did for me. Sometimes I think all she wants is a thank you. I mean, I've seen a lot of things on various documentaries about Santa Muerte killing fetuses and people having miscarriages and things like that. And I don't know, maybe she doesn't operate that way with me. Maybe because she as death, holy death herself, there at the beginning and there at the end, that she knows me and my mind. And I would even go so far as to say that I believe above all other beings that I would say she was with me when I was being physically, sexually, and emotionally abused and bullied and things like that, recording in her desk journal the deeds of other people towards me. And also, I have a lot to say about things that I've done. I know what I've done in life, and she's watched me do things to other people. The bullied becomes the bully. And I have a lot to forgive, and I have a lot to be forgiven of. And so that's what's going to go on today. Santa Muerte is not for everyone, but as one of my chief guides, she's more than an angel. She's not quite a goddess for me, not my main one. I'm still working on that, but that's where I'm at with her. And I love her, and I love Odin and Mother Hule and my angel saints and my ancestors, and I hope that they appreciate these video tributes that I do, and to put that out into the world, preaching the virtues of outer court devotion to Santa Muerte and your ancestors.